Well, this is the Read at Home series 3B. It's called The Real Floppy by Roderick Hunt, illustrated by Alex Birchta, and read by Mr. C, the teacher. First time through, let's just do a picture walk. So we won't be looking at the words, just the pictures. Well, here's Floppy the dog. Looks like he's at the beach. What's happening here in this picture? Where are they? What are they going to do? What time of season is it? Who's this? What's going on this page? What's this person doing? Why are they standing in this water? What does it say back here? What do you think's happening? What happened here? What's this kid doing? What do you think Dad is telling Mom and the kids? What's he doing? What's happening in this picture? What is Mom doing with Floppy? Why do you think the kids look sad? In this picture, has Dad come up with a new idea? What are they going to do? What are they doing in these two pictures? Why do you think they're doing that? What do you think they might be making? What is this boy holding and why? Hey, Mom's come back. What is she bringing? What did they make out of sand? Can you see Floppy back here? What are they doing now? Okay, this time through the book, I'm just going to read the story to you, so sit back and listen. Let's see if we got some of our ideas about the pictures right or wrong or close to being right. So just listening to the story. It's called The Real Floppy. The children ran onto the sand. "Let's play here," said Biff. Wilma threw a ball and Floppy ran after it. Floppy ran back with the ball. Dad ran up. "Stop," he said. "Look at that," said Dad. "Dogs can't go on the sand." "Poor Floppy," said Mom. "I'll take him for a walk." The children were upset. They didn't want Floppy to go. "Let's give Mum a surprise," said Dad. They made a big pile of sand. Everyone helped. Now, let's pat it flat, said Dad. Let's make his head, said Biff. And his ears, said Chip. Let's put in his eyes, said Wilf. And make his tail, said Kipper. Mom came back. Surprise! Surprise! Said Biff. A floppy made of sand, said Mum. It's a good sand dog, said Kipper. But I love the real floppy best. All right, this time through, we're going to do an echo read. That's where Mr. C reads the sentence first, and watch the words I point to as I read. And then you get to repeat, you get to echo or read that same sentence and read the words I point to. All right, let's do that echo read. Let's start with the title, Mr. C first. The Real Floppy. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. The children ran onto the sand. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Let's play here, said Biff. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Wilma threw a ball and Floppy ran after it. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Floppy ran back with the ball. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Dad ran up. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Stop, he said. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Look at that, said Dad. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Dogs can't go on the sand. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Poor Floppy, said Mum. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. I'll take him for a walk. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. The children were upset. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. They didn't want Floppy to go. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Let's give Mom a surprise, said Dad. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. They made a big pile of sand. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Everyone helped. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Now let's pat it flat, said Dad. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Let's make his head, said Biff. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. And his ears, said Chip. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Let's put in his eyes, said Wilf. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. And make his tail, said Kipper. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Mom came back. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. Surprise! Surprise! said Biff. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. A floppy made of sand, said Mum. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. It's a good sand dog, said Kipper. Your turn. Mr. C's turn. But I love the real Floppy best. Your turn. Great job. You might want to actually practice that echo reading by rewinding the video and doing it over and over till you're ready to do the whole book by yourself without any help. And that's the next step, which is called independent reading. All right, so this time through the book, it's independent reading. That means you're doing all the reading on your own. Just read the words I point to. And you want to work up to a speed where you're reading at the same speed you would talk. So not too slow, but not too fast. Here we go. Start with the title. Your turn. Hey, great job. Keep practicing that over and over till you get better and better. Now, here's some comprehension questions to think about. It says, think about the story. Why wasn't Floppy allowed on the beach? Why do you think dogs weren't allowed on the beach? What was Mum's surprise? Why was it a good surprise? Why were the children happy when they were making Mum's surprise? And what have you made out of sand? Were you proud of it? There are some useful words in this story, like children, his, surprise, let's, make, the, and said. Plus the names can be a little challenging in this story. There's Mum, which is the British spelling M-U-M instead of M-O-M. There's Dad, Biff, Chip, Kipper, Wilf, Wilma, and Floppy. Keep practicing your guided reading. Well done.